is that the man walk in my house. I didn't even say woman, I said the man. Walk in my house and said, you shouldn't be doing paintings like that. You got to feed yourself. The man point at my fridge and stove and say, you got to eat food and thing. I turned around and looked at him and I said, well, my man, I can't go in your office and tell you what to do. Don't do the same to me. There is a point that you have to be savvy. People might say, oh, she's aggressive. No, change that word. Savvy. Right? Hunger. Passionate. Change that word. Because there's another layer along with it. Because when people see that, I say I'm feminist as well.
Yeah, I was about to go down that road. That road,
right? People have stereotypes and, again, limited representation of you.
Yeah.
I don't think I take that of me. I don't see that for myself. So another one more story. I remember years ago, not that long ago, but I remember a certain politician, if you ever see this, right? He feel very bad about it. But I remember he walked in my home and did the same thing you said, Empress.
About the trees and the beaches and so on.
Yes, I remember I had a large piece in my living room. Still live at my parents. And so I'm not ashamed about that. That's a Bajan culture thing. Yeah. That's a Caribbean thing.
It is.
You understand? So where I going with this here is that the man walk in my house. I didn't even say woman, I said the man. Walk in my house and said, you shouldn't be doing paintings like that. You got to feed yourself. And the man point at my fridge and stove and say, you got to eat food and thing. I turned around and looked at him and I said, well, my man, I can't go in your office and tell you what to do. Don't do the same to me.
That is very disrespectful, especially from somebody in a position as that, dealing with artists. That is very disrespectful. And it scares me. Yeah, it does. It scares me because we only have ourselves, first of all, to blame, because you need to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's not only the value of the art, as you said, the cup, with the water, with the lipstick stain, but it's the value of the person as a human being. How can you come into somebody's private space and tell them that and strip them of their dignity like that? That is very, very harsh, especially too when coming down now back to you being black, being a woman, and being from the Caribbean. So there's a lot of, I don't want to say hardship, but challenges that and hurdles and different blockages that you would have had to go through to get where you are today as a recognized and respected name within the international art scene.
It's very sad because when I outside of Barbados, I'm very well respected, and people see value right away, and they can see the worth and they can see the quality. In Barbados, I find that's growing, that's slowly growing, but within seconds, if you do anything bad, you are
written off,
and I experienced that, and I would not go through that right now. So I learned from that, and I still think we need to hammer down and see our worth, our own value, and stick with integrity. You understand? If you have a view or a crazy dream that doesn't harm anyone or harm yourself, go for it. To me, years ago, I remember I laughed at my brother because here it is, we were at very fancy events and stuff overseas, and he said, Sheena, I will be honest with you, I had doubt you, I said, you had doubt me? Right? He said, I will never say that again. It's funny that we never mentioned Rihanna name in this, because she's doing big things, right? So I use her as an inspiration, as a secret inspiration, and
she in a secret for my Riri one day. Okay, so now I want to speak about how artists can align themselves with both the public and private sectors within Barbados, and speak about, is it better to go with government? Is it better to go with private entities? We always get this headache. Everybody speaks about, the red tape with government, or people don't believe in us. What should we do? What do you think?
Okay, so I remember I had a good conversation with a friend of mine, and he said, why do artists why do we rely so much on the government?
Agreed.
Who created this idea that we should depend or look for them or something like that? It's kind of hard to explain because my brain is still confused about that there.
Okay.
I guess for me, why I understand why we look up to them or hope we could look up to them, because they are for the people, and hopefully they can help develop and build spaces and opportunity for us. But then the biggest concern is building grants and funds. And grants and funds come from private sectors and people with money, the hero, right?
Yes.
So from my experience so far, I did work with like IDB, I believe, is a government bank, right? But it's so tremendous, it's so beautiful to see that this space is having appreciation for the arts and seeing that it is still a lonely conversation with business, you know? So to create a space called KIT for their employees to be creative and have fun and just loosen up, it's so beautiful.
They see the value within that.
Yeah, they see the value, they see how it operates and how it works with the brain and everything, and how it psychologically make you become more creative. There's
help the ecosystem of the workspace.
Exactly. And then there's Albert Einstein, is it him that said that the word really comes from the imagination? You know what I mean? So I don't understand why we have this rigid idea of academia, of mathematics and English still, and that's so dated. So the thing is, I would advise the creative to start working along with private sectors. Work with people that believe in them, people that are business people that are investors, people that know people, but don't use them. Don't be like, oh, I know this person, so let me try to. No. Build a healthy relationship, and this person or persons will believe in you and spread the word out, or anyway financially or just emotionally or just there, you know, and say, I believe in you. You need to like spread the word out. You need to let them believe in your dream, you know, and then therefore they will tell the friends, and the friends will friends and friends. I've been watching the people with big following. We do get distracted by the followers and the likes, and then some YouTubers, they make big money, Instagrammers, but if you watch them very carefully, the keyword is consistent.
They're thinking about what the audience will think about them or the work. They might be ashamed of a story that they have to say or present. So how do we go over that? How should we attack the fear, or is there any suggestions that we can do?